Hello YouTube, Dennis84 here, and we're gonna do our final part of Yusei's story in our Let's Play of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Tag Force 5. I'm gonna give you warning now. Some of the audio isn't in it. It's like a little bit. This part's gonna have audio, but like after the scene, the next two scenes won't have audio. The first part of the duel will, and then near the end it won't have audio. I had to speed up the video by a lot. Like, as you can see, there's no audio here. Like, this is all sped up, and if they kept it in, you heard, like, it would have sounded like music on Chipmunk, and it would have been really bad for your ears. So, uh, the reason is that the duel was really long. Like, when I had all the footage, the duel alone was, like, around maybe, like, 20 minutes long, just by the duel itself. So, yeah, so about, like, halfway through, it's going to get sped up. And that's where it really was. It was kind of like a nail biter, actually. Like, it was kind of like who drew the next card won the duel, basically. And it just kept going back and forth. Like, each of us kept drawing a certain card that would just, like, save our lives for, like, another turn. It was pretty cool and intense, but it just had to get sped up. Like, the beginning's fine, but you'll eventually see it. And I think I'll keep the audio in that because it's not too bad in the duel. But the story is, we Sherry, not Sherry, Carly told us that she found out that there's something going on in town, so we head to the junk market where we meet Ray and her partner, who actually was the one who sent us the letter to actually interfere with the town so she can benefit from the profit of it. So now we're taking her and her I guess, I don't know who he is, accomplice on in this duel. So Yusei begins, and it was, as I say, it was a really good match. Like, I actually thought we were going to lose it, and I in a way, I kind of wish we did, because I could have recorded it again, and then you could have done a much better round. But no, I pulled through in the end. Spoiler. So she summons Breaker, card you don't see too often nowadays. She summons it, gets the effect, and I was kind of hoping she was going to use its effect and destroy the card, and I was hoping Yusei would have chained and equipped it to Breaker, and that way Breaker would have broke Blaster Chain, and he could have killed Breaker. But he didn't, and Apprentice Magician dies, and he special summons. I was hoping he was going to choose Ultimate Addictive, but no, he goes for another Apprentice Magician, which is like, why? But okay. And thankfully, she didn't use the counter, because I think when Apprentice Magicians flipped, you put a counters on the monsters who need counters, so that would have been like giving the monster its effect back. So I was gonna kind of play smart. I was hoping to play smart, but they're gonna counter me. I was gonna sacrifice the Apprentice for Scrap Golem, and then use Breaker's effect, but nah, she solemns me. And when I saw the solemn, I was like, okay, you're already down by 4,000. I already have all these cards, and I'm gonna use Breaker's effect so you can't break my spell or trap. And I know I can't attack with Breaker, but as I said, I can use the effect and at least get rid of that annoying Burden of the Mighty, because that actually would have killed us if I kept it on the field later on. But majorly it would have. So I decided not to put down Magic Reflex Slime, just because, like, they normally top deck Heavy Storm, and in fact, like I said, he's gonna get Heavy Storm. I know it, and just because I need these cards on the field, and here we go. Like, it's like clockwork. Oh, I'm sorry, no, I was thinking of a different duel. But that does happen though. The more you play, the more you can kind of sense what cards they're gonna pull. It just, they could actually top deck it. I don't know, but it just seems a little fishy to me how some people just automatically get the card you don't want them to have. So yeah, this guy plays Harpies, and I'm a little worried now because our deck kind of revolves around backfield in a way if we don't have Synchros out. And I was actually noticing why I couldn't chain Blaster Chain. It is a trap card, and I don't know why I couldn't do it. So he bottomlesses, and here's where it gets stupid. he bottoms his. I mean, I bottoms, and then he Book of Moons, and I chain my my Apophis, but then he swallowed Nest. Why'd you waste your Book of Moon? Cause it's on the field. As I said, if it's on the field, they use it. So now he's got Harpy Queen, and since it is a Harpy while it's on the field, it does get the effect of destroying card on my side, and I think he does destroy my bottom. No, yeah, because that's all that's left. So the bottom of Prophet goes, we're wide open, and we're going to take some major damage. We're going to take 16, we're going to take 37 damage total. So, yeah, I was like, wow. As I said, I was like, we're going to lose this one, and it would have been pretty bad. So he takes some major damage, and it's very bad. I was like, wow. He sets one card down, and it's up to you, Yusei, and I'm like, come on, dude. You can get some good stuff. And then as soon as he draws, the guy activates a trap card, and I was like, wow, that's good and bad. It's bad for us now, definitely, but the guy activates Ancient Fragrance, Ancient Spell Fragrance, or something like that. If you guys aren't too familiar with it, it's a trap card that spell cards can't be activated during that turn. They have to be put face down, and then on your next turn you can activate them. So it's good for quick plays because like you can still use quick plays while during your opponent's turn, but like if you want to use like Heavy Storm, you have to put it face down first, and then wait until your next turn actually activate it, which is good for your opponent because your opponent can, good for both of you because your opponent has to do it too. It's not just you. So he's special on the Cyber Dragon, and I was kind of hoping he was going to summon something else, but like I was hoping for a Scrap Beast, and then he could just synchro it, and we could have had such a huge advantage. But as I said, he doesn't always get the cards I need him to get. So now she's up, and we've only seen Breaker from her, so we really don't know what else is in her deck. Like she could be running just like a Mutt deck at the time, you know, just like a whole bunch of random cards. Like we know the guy's running Harpies. So she puts a monster face down, and she has to set cards. And now this gets me worried because I don't know if they're traps or if they're ordinary magic cards. So it's my go, and I decided to put the Reflect Slime down now, and I'm going to summon my Hunter. Hunter is actually not bad. Like I was actually mocking him like in real life. Like I was like gonna say I don't know why people run him. He's kind of bad, but he's actually not. I mean, level 316 is not bad. It's really not, and his effect's not terrible either. I mean, you destroy a scrap monster on your side of the field, but you can actually pull some good combos with him. Like I've done in like when I was building up DP or building up friendships. I was using it. It's pretty good. I mean, obviously I keep him. So she got Spirit Reaper, and here's where the video is going to get sped up. So the audio will still be in it, so you can hear the high pitchedness, and if it's bothering you, you can always just lower the volume a little bit, and I'm sorry about it, but I just wanted you to hear it. As I said, it's not too bad here, but like during the story mode, it's really bad, because the background music in the story is really bad. So it's actually kind of cool, because it's very sped up, and we got to the point now where this is kind of where it got slow. Yeah, like, because now it was kind of like the field was always empty on each player's side. So I was like, thankfully we have Magic Reflect Slime at least. I don't think he got rid of it. Yeah, he didn't, because she's going to get really annoying, because she's going to have a Grand Mole, and it's going to go back and forth for like the longest time. It's going to be Reflect Slime, bounce back, and then like I'm going to get a monster, and then she's going to bounce it back, and as I say, it's just going to go back and forth, back and forth. It's going to get really old real fast. It's like, yeah, we know, bounce it back to our hand. So, it's my go, and all I got is these two cards, and I don't know why, I just totally, I was looking at the card because it gained 200 attack points, and I remembered that scraps aren't all machines. In fact, Scrap Searcher is a winged beast, so it got powered up by Harpy's Hunting Ground. So, and I kind of forgot about Harpy's Hunting Ground, and I kind of forgot its effect. I don't know why I forgot it was on the field, seeing how the background's Harpies attacking Ojamas. But, yeah, the Scrap, I left Sakaratsu wide open, and then so that's the only card that got targeted, and so that was kind of a stupid play on my part. As I said, I totally forgot about it. But at least I got a scrap goblin next coming up, so that's a card that can't be destroyed by battle. Once if you put it face down once per turn. So he summons a scrap searcher too, which is cool because from now on, whenever a scrap monster is destroyed, except for scrap searcher, we can switch some scrap searchers from our graveyard. And yeah, here comes the Grand Mole. She's gonna attack with the Harpy Lady, and it's gonna die. And then no, she attacks the mole. Yeah, bounces back, and then Yusei can activate a Magic Reflex Slam on the Harpy, and it's gonna stop the attack because she ain't gonna take that damage. Why would you? Especially when she's on like 4,000 life points already, since she's low since they activate Solemn. So it is my go. I said 2 cards down in my turn, and he's only got 2 cards now since he's drawing, and I'm kind of hoping he doesn't get any Harpies, since I mean that is his deck. But he gets Birdman Gale Joe, and I'm like, that's kind of cool because now I can bottomless. Yeah, I'm going to lose the Magic Reflex line back to my hand, but at least now I know he doesn't have any monsters to summon, and we know one of the trap cards is a ancient fragrance spell, storm, whatever it's called. So Yusei's up, Scrap Goblin's on the field, and he's gonna summon Scrap Searcher from his deck. And here's where we kind of get in. Well, he's gonna synchro for Armor Arm, which is good, I guess. Seeing how, it's 18 and they, only had so many life points. But here I think he's gonna activate the trap. Yeah, Fairy Box. Wow. And he always calls it right. That's what got on my nerves. Every time you see him, he always calls that thing right. So she's up, and they're low on life points now. They only have 1,500 left due to Fairy Box's effect, where during your standby phase you must pay 500 life points. If you can't, it's destroyed. So she's gonna bump back Armory Arm. Sad, because we could have used him. But at least the field's clear, and I'm hoping I can draw a Scrap Chimera. In fact, I think I do go for Scrap Chimera to win for the win. But I summon, and she Tarantulas. And it's kind of cool because now I get the Scrap Searchers. So I special summon both, and it's only a total of 600 if the attack goes through, but hey, that's better than nothing. So I attack, she gets it, I attack the second time, and thankfully this one goes through. It's not much, but hey, I'm not complaining. Because when they do it next turn, they'll only have... They only have 700 life points next, so they can only use it one more turn after this. Yeah. So he's going to summon a Birdface, and I'm going to Torrential, because I still have the Magic Reflex Climb, and I know she's coming up again, but Yusei's right up now. So he's going to set a card. And once again, we already know one of the cards is that Ancient Fragrance Storm, so we got nothing to really worry about. We just don't know what the hell the other card is. See, there it is again. It's okay, yeah, I can't activate Heavy Storm now, or any magic cards. But he sets it. It's a Scrap Searcher, and I was like, in a way, I kind of wish he just attacked, just go for it. But then again, I'm not, because I know she's gonna have Grand Mole. So when she summons Mole, it's just gonna bounce it back. And if she left him in the field, she wouldn't have. She would have just killed it. So yeah. So there goes the Mole. Bounce back to my hand. His hand, I'm sorry. And she's going to end her turn. And we know by now that face down's nothing. And I'm just going to go for the attack. And I was just hoping the guy was going to go through. And she called it wrong, thankfully. So I win with Scrap Hunter. And all is well. So she's angry. Yusei's happy. And we all move on. So her apprentice, or the guy she's with, is going to run for it. And she's going to try and make a run for it. Yusei's going to try and stop her. And she's going to be like, well, why should I listen to you? And she's going to try and get away, but Jack and Crow are there to stop her, thankfully. So they all kind of reunion, everything's happy, and then we're going to get this little ending from Yusei, like a happy face. He's going to say, so, you coming back with us? Kira's going to say, no, I still got to go back. And it's like, well, sorry to hear that. So at the end, I'm going to show you the card. You do get, every time you win with somebody's store, you get 3 cards, and this is Yusei's. And I will see you in the next video.